This isn't a story about being unloved. It's a story about what I thought I had to do to keep it. I was the second daughter. My mom, my dad, my older sister, all firstborns, the natural leaders, the loud ones, the ones who fill a room just by walking in. And I had to find my own space somewhere in between. So I learned to read every room before I entered it. I watched what made them proud, and I became that. I watched what upset them, and I made sure to never be that. I wasn't pretending, I was surviving. And somewhere in there, I picked up a belief that ran my whole life, that being loved meant being anything but myself. I didn't know it back then, but that was the beginning of a very long performance. Time was passing, and the second daughter was growing up, and slowly, somewhere in those early school years, I figured out what made me lovable. Two things actually. The first was kindness, but not the healthy kind, the kind where I'd put everyone before me every single time, where I'd say yes when I meant no, where my feelings came after, if they came at all. The second was being funny, the one who could turn any moment into a story, the one who made everyone laugh. And in a family where nobody really talked about feelings, like I shared in the last episode, being the funny, sweet one felt safe. So I became the girl who smiled no matter what. Good day, bad day, didn't matter. Always I'm fine, always I'm strong. Even when on the inside I was completely falling apart. Time kept passing, and the second daughter slowly became a teenager. A little moody, sometimes angry. But honestly, I had no idea what I was feeling, and I had no words for it either. We just didn't grow up with that language at home. So I learned to live with this strange contradiction. With people I loved, I'd give and give until there was nothing left of me. Their needs, their feelings, their comfort, always before mine. But when someone kept hurting me again and again, I still couldn't speak up. I couldn't say, that hurt. I'd just disappear, cut them off, no conversation, no going back. So I was either disappearing into people or disappearing from them. There was no in between. Because deep down, I didn't know I had a choice. I just knew how to please and how to leave. Somewhere along the way, I picked up another belief that weakness, even just asking for help, was something to be ashamed of. The stronger I was, the more lovable I would be. I still remember from the moment I got my license, even on my sickest days, I just couldn't ask. If my family had known, of course they would have insisted on coming with me, but I never wanted them to know. I didn't want to feel needy. I wanted to be the strong one, stronger than everyone. So I drive myself to the doctor, pick up my own prescriptions, alone. I became the girl who never asked for help, but was always ready to give it. The weight got heavier until sometimes I'd just break, snap, lose it. But the next day, I'd go right back, smiling, helping, carrying everyone. Because that's the trap. When pleasing people becomes your identity, even breaking down doesn't break the pattern. And slowly, I started noticing something. The more I gave, the more people expected. The kindness I used to offer freely, it stopped feeling like a gift to the people closest to me. It became something they were owed, something they assumed I'd do, without asking, without thanking, just expected. And it didn't stop there. Slowly, things that were never mine to carry started landing on my plate. Responsibilities that belonged to other people. Problems that weren't mine to solve. And in my family, this was completely normal. In fact, I was praised for it. She is such a good girl, so kind, so responsible. Those words felt like love. So I kept earning them, and I kept showing up because that's what I knew how to do. And without ever noticing, I had become someone I never chose to be. Just a pair of open hands waiting to be filled with everyone else's weight. Here's something I didn't see coming. When you're a people pleaser, you don't just give too much. you quietly start attracting the wrong people, the needy ones, the takers, the ones who sense from a mile away that you'll never say no, that you'll always show up, that you'll always carry it for them. And without even noticing, you look around one day and realize you're surrounded by people you didn't really choose, people who drain you, people who need you, but never really see you. And the worst part, you become so used to shaping yourself around them, their needs, their moods, their lives, that slowly you forgot. You forgot who you are. You forgot what you actually want. You forgot what it even feels like to choose something just for you. Because when you spend your whole life filling other people's cup, you stop remembering you have one too. Here's another thing nobody warned me about people pleasing. When someone finally does something kind for you, you can't just say thank you. You feel like you owe them, so you give back 10 times, 100 times, anything to balance the scale. And yes, deep down, you're a genuinely kind person. That's how you became a people pleaser in the first place. But a lot of the kindness you give isn't really kindness. It's the fear of being seen as the bad one, the fear of being seen as ungrateful, the fear of if you stop, they'll stop loving you. And the people around you can feel it. They sense that you'll always show up no matter what. So slowly, they stop being careful with you. They start taking your time, your energy, your kindness like it's theirs. Because once people know you can't say no, they stop asking nicely. I kept growing, but something else was growing with me, a quiet little rule that lived inside me. If I had a bad day, I couldn't show it. If I was angry, I had to swallow it. Because what if my sadness made someone else sad? What if my anger ruined their day? Their peace always mattered more than mine. Of course, sometimes someone would push me too far too many times and I'd finally explode. But the moment it was over, I was the one feeling guilty. I was the one trying to make it up to them, as if my anger was the problem, not what caused it. And somewhere along the way, I turned into this little Robin Hood. But instead of stealing from the rich to give to the poor, I was stealing peace from myself and handing it out to everyone around me. A friend feeling down? Here, take mine. A family member having a hard day? Here, take mine too. I figured out later, except later never came. The longer you live like this, the smaller you get. Not all at once, slowly, quietly. You start magnifying everyone else's wins, everyone else's struggles, everyone else's pain, until they all seem so much bigger than yours, no matter how much you've actually achieved, no matter how heavy what you're carrying really is. Their problems feel huge, yours feel small. Their wins feel worth celebrating, yours feel like nothing. And in the end, you just smile and say it. I'm fine, I'm strong. They need me more than I need anything right now. And one day, you realize the people around you have come to one of two beliefs. Either you are strong enough that you don't need their support or their celebration, or your problems and your achievements are too small to be worth either one. Either way, you are the one left standing alone. There is a quiet cost to people pleasing that nobody warns you about. From the outside, you look like the kind one, the reliable one, the one who never makes anything hard, and people love you for it. But inside, with every yes that should have been a no, something starts to build, a slow anger at them for always taking, at yourself for always letting them. When someone keeps asking and you can't say no more, when a friend complains again and again and you can't say enough, when someone hurts you and you can't say please stop, so you smile, you stay quiet, you stay kind, so you don't hurt their feelings. But all that time you spent protecting them, you were quietly hurting yourself. Here is the path that slowly started to save me, and trust me, it wasn't easy at all. Because I wasn't one of those people pleasure who go their whole lives thinking this is normal, thinking this is just how life is. Even when I was deep in it, something inside me kept whispering, something is wrong. I do all the right things, give, help, show up, sacrifice, and still feel empty, still feel like a stranger to myself. After getting my heart bruised one too many times, in my early 20s, I started reading every book I could find about psychology, self-awareness, and relationships. I need to understand why doing everything right still felt so wrong. And one day, between the pages, I discovered something quietly terrifying. I didn't know how to say no. The word had never lived in me, like nobody had ever taught me it was a word I was allowed to use. And that was the moment something inside me said, enough, something has to change. The first step that started saving me was learning to say no. No to the people who only show up when they need something. No to family members who quietly hand you the weight of their whole lives. No to the friends who call you instead of a therapist, venting the same problems for the 100th time. People who can hurt you and act like nothing happened. People who never apologize because they've learned you'll always forgive. And the strange part, they rarely celebrate you. They're too busy making sure they look bigger, smarter, better, and you can quietly feel it, how much they envy the things they pretend not to see. Sure, sometimes they do small things for you. It's not that they give nothing, but what they give is never close to what you've been pouring into them. Because here's the truth I had to face. People pleasures don't attract healthy people. They attract leeches. Let me tell you what leeches actually do to you. Some openly treat you like you belong to them, like you're a part of their property, your time, your energy, your attention, all theirs to use however they want. Some feed off your good energy, your warmth, your positivity, your light. They take it to lift themselves out of their darkness. And the moment they feel better, they're gone until they need you again. Some just use you to fill their empty hours. They're bored, so they reach out. You're their distraction, not their friend. And some treat your mind like a trash can, dumping every messy, ugly thought in their head just because they know you'll quietly carry it. And I'll be honest with you, the moment you start seeing this clearly, it hits like a hammer. It hurts, but it's the truth. And the truth is where freedom starts. And once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. Some of those people had to go completely. Others needed real distance, not anger, not drama, just a space. Because no one is coming to save you. The only person who can pull you out of this is you. And as long as your life is crowded with people who only know how to drain you, there is no room left for the ones who could actually love you well. Sometimes you have to let go of the wrong people to make space for the right ones, even if it feels lonely for a while, even if it scares you. That space is where your real life starts. From the outside, this might sound easy, just say no, but it really wasn't. It took me years to say no without feeling guilty for days afterward, without feeling like I'd done something wrong. If you didn't grow up like this, it might sound silly, but anyone who turned people-pleasing into who they are, they get it. Saying no can feel like the hardest thing in the world. And there is a stage in this journey that catches you off guard. The moment you finally see how much you've been used, you get angry, really angry. And suddenly all those no's you never said start coming out at once, at the people who took the most from you. And then something starts to change. Slowly, you learn something better. You learn that you can say yes when it doesn't cost you yourself. You can give, you can show up, you can sacrifice when it comes from love, not fear. And you can say no when you genuinely can't, or when something inside you just doesn't want to. Because saying no isn't a sign of selfishness. It's a sign that you have an identity of your own, that your needs, your limits, and your voice matter too. That's where real peace begins. And the more you read, the more you grow, you start to see something else. Saying no was the first step, a huge one, but it wasn't the only one. There is another step waiting for you, and that's exactly what I want to talk about in our next series, Loud and Tender.